Your shares and reviews help more course creators discover how to get their knowledge out into the world. Please take a moment to rate the show and leave a quick review. When you do, we get to reach more people and we make a bigger impact together. Because when more people who help people succeed, the world becomes a better place. Thank you. Hello and welcome to episode number 223 of the Launch Lounge podcast. Today you're going to discover exactly how to create consistent, predictable income in your courses business without being chained to social media. You'll learn why some course creators seem to make sales effortlessly while others are posting their little hearts out with nothing to show for it. And most importantly, you'll find out how to build a business that doesn't require you to show up every single day just to make sales. Hello, everyone. Hello. It is lovely to be here with you in your ears today. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Have you gotten all your Black Friday shopping done? Have you got your lists ready? I am going to be hitting the ski stores. Going to try to find some warm clothes in Brisbane in December or at the end of November for when we go skiing in Japan next year. So wish me luck. Anyway, I hope you've got your list ready and that you've also been running some Black Friday sales in your business so that you can increase your profits before the end of the year. If you've ever wondered whether all that time you're spending on Instagram is actually worth it, or if you're questioning whether running ads to build your email list is really going to pay off, this episode is going to be a total game changer for you. Here's what I'm seeing happening all the time. You're showing up on social media like it's your job, because let's face it, right now, it kind of is your job, right? You're posting videos on Reels, you're turning your knowledge into carousel posts, you're still going live on Facebook or in your group every week, you're responding to every single comment. And yes, sometimes you make a sale here or there, maybe from those low dollar offers or from an offer you whipped up because you needed some extra cash. But friend, you're exhausted. And just like eating instant ramen for dinner every night, you know deep down inside that this is not sustainable. One of my students in the Launch Lounge said to me the other day, Salome, I am posting 3 times a day, engaging for an hour in the morning and at night, and I still feel like I'm just shouting into the void. I don't know if you've ever felt like that, but I certainly have. And maybe that's not you. Maybe you're hitting amazing launch numbers, but you just cannot seem to create consistent income between your launches. No matter how many Instagram stories you post or what you do on social media, your launches are not getting bigger. So you keep adding more and more money into ads, and each time you launch, your revenue stays the same. We see that in the agency with our clients sometimes. And there's an explanation for it. So if that's how you have felt, I want you to know that you're not alone. And here's the thing that I want to say to you today. It is perfectly normal. Nobody hands you a manual when you start your business that says, hey, while you're busy creating content for the gram, you might be missing out that one thing that could actually give you consistent income and your life back. Yeah, there's no handbook like that. I wish I had that handbook when I started. No, you got to learn it the hard way, unfortunately, or you got to stay tuned to the Launch Lounge podcast. No, because that wouldn't make for great marketing, and nobody's going to sell that book. But never fear, I am here to navigate the balance between creating enough social content and using the smartest strategies to build your email list on autopilot so you can get back to doing whatever Whatever matters to you more than keeping up with the latest TikTok trends. So here are 3 things you'll discover in today's episode. First, I'll show you why what's working in your business right now might actually be setting you up for burnout later and how to fix it before you hit that wall. Second, you'll learn the real reason why some course creators absolutely crush their launches while others struggle to make sales. And here's a hint, it is not about how many followers you have or how often you post. Sometimes it's a little bit about that, but most of the time it's not. And third, I'll reveal the perfect harmony between social media and email marketing that lets you make more money while you're doing less work. Because contrary to what you might think, you don't have to choose between those 2 things. So if you've ever felt like you're on a content creation hamster wheel or wondered why your launches aren't converting despite having an engaged audience, you're going to want to grab a notebook for this one today. Let's talk about why social media may feel like it's working at first and even might help you make money at the start, long before you have an email list, because this is some people's reality, and it's a good quality problem to have, but it's also a problem when you can't scale it. You're an expert in your niche. People know you. You are known for what you do. And maybe you have built up a great reputation in your industry. Maybe people know you as the go-to source for whatever it is that you're known for. We've worked with clients in the agency that built massive social media followings in the year leading up to their first launch. I'm talking about people who went live on Facebook every single day, talking about lifestyle stuff or life advice. And by the time they come work with us, they've got 100,000 followers on Facebook. And they do that first launch and they hit 100K without breaking a sweat. It really is spectacular to watch. Or they did PR, or they did big collabs, or they were on TV, or they wrote a book, or they created Facebook Lives weekly, or they did guest webinars, or they were on Reels and Stories and TikTok and everywhere. And they were successful. But you know what they were also? Exhausted. And that's what I call an instant noodle strategy, right? Sure, it feeds you in the moment, and it might even give you a nice little dopamine hit. You can keep going on it for a while, but you know at some point you are going to crash. It is just not a sustainable way to manage your energy. Here's what's really happening. You're trading your energy for growth. Every single follower, every single sale requires you to show up, to create content, to engage and rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat. It's a great driving force at the start. And we need that driving force at the start to create momentum and get going. And it is delightful when it pays off. And we follow up a year of consistent posting with a very profitable launch. But it is not sustainable. And it is not the key to building a business that runs without you. Now, I am not saying social media isn't important. It absolutely is. But here's the plot twist. Social media should be like the trailer for your movie, not the whole feature film. The real blockbuster, that is your email list. Now, maybe some of you are thinking, Salome, I tried running ads to build my list and it didn't work, because I hear that. Or I have an email list, but when I launch, I get crickets. So let's break that down. Hey, in December, we'll be talking a lot about lead generation, list building, and all things finding your people online who wants to buy your thing. Send me a voice message at thelaunchlounge.com/talk and tell me what's the one thing you wish you could snap your fingers. And it's easier when it comes to building your hot audiences, growing your email list, and finding new leads for your business. When you leave me a message, I can create podcast episodes just for you. So go to thelaunchlounge.com/talk and leave me a message so I can help you build your email list faster. There are usually two reasons why your list isn't making you money. Number one is you don't have critical mass yet. You need a large audience to convert some of those people to sales. On average, about 1% of your entire email list will convert to sales in a launch. Did you hear that number? 1%. I feel so passionate about this message that you need critical mass, the 1% message, that I actually created an episode called The Truth About How Big Your Email List Really Should Be. It's episode 196, and you can listen to it by going to thelaunchlounge.com/196, where I'm going to share, in that episode, I share all the numbers you can expect to convert in a single launch, and it might shock you. If you don't yet have critical mass, it's like right now you've got a megaphone and you're standing in a parking lot in front of Costco shouting at people. Is there a whole bunch of people that are going to hear you? Yes. But what you really need is Billy Joel at Madison Square Garden, right? You need Madison Square Garden packed. I know because I was there. I saw Billy. Just like you wouldn't try to fill a stadium with a megaphone from the Costco parking lot, you need enough people on your email list to create and sustain the momentum. So even if you build momentum fast with social media initially, you're going to need an email list to balance out your energy. So the first reason you think your list building ads didn't work is because you actually made an offer without having critical mass. So you just didn't have the numbers. The second reason you might not yet have seen your ad spend return a profit when you're running list building ads is your offer might need some tweaking. If you're not seeing sales when you make an offer to your email list, it is possible that your course or your group coaching or your consulting services isn't solving the problem your audience is actually willing to pay to solve. And I get how deep it cuts to say that out loud. And I get how disempowering it is to admit this about our own businesses. But learning the difference between selling what we have experience in and selling what people really want is a skill. It can be learned. And I find that those of you who love teaching, and that's probably what inspired you to become an online course expert or an online expert in the first place, often have the hardest time unlearning how to tell people what we have for them and learn how to invite people to get what they really want using our system and knowledge. There's a difference. There's a nuanced difference between telling people what you have for them, which is starts from you and your knowledge and your skills and what you do, versus inviting people to come and get what they want, to solve problems they know they have using systems and knowledge and content you created. It's a bit like trying to sell those umbrella hats, right? Sure, yeah, they keep the rain off, but is it really how people want to solve their getting wet problem? Probably not. So what's the sweet spot? Here's your permission slip to stop treating social media like it's your full-time job. It's not your full-time job. It's a 1 day a month job. Instead, think of it like a party where the goal is to get people to sign up for your VIP club, your email list. Every post, every reel, every story should ultimately guide people towards joining your list. Now, sure, some posts serve to connect with new friends on the internet, and some posts serve to engage with those friends. Yes, you need those reach sort of posts, and you need the engagement posts. But the only reason you're in the first place, connecting with new people and then engaging with them is so that you can move them to your email list where you can make offers to them that they will love. And that is going to get you the result you want. And that is going to get them the result they want. And they're going to be very happy subscribers to your email list. And you're going to be a very happy seller of knowledge online because you're going to make some money. And you're going to blow their minds with your amazing, incredible weekly email content. Now, listen, I know that investing in ads can feel scary. It's like sending your money off into the Facebook void and hoping it comes back with friends and family. But here's what I want you to know. When you use ads strategically to build your email list, you're not just spending money, you're buying back your freedom. You can absolutely learn to get hot leads that actually buy your courses. I have helped hundreds, not tens, not dozens, hundreds of course creators, coaches, experts, authors, speakers, you name it, do exactly this. And I know that you can do it too. Because the truth is, you really are just one strategic email list building campaign away from transforming your business from a social media hamster wheel into a sustainable, scalable machine that doesn't require you to dance on camera unless that's actually what you want to do. I'm quite partial to a little bit of dancing. So here's your next step. If you've been holding back on running ads to build your email list, it's time to start. And if you've tried before and you thought it didn't work, it's time to try again, the right way this time. Because you know what? That future version of you, the one who's making consistent income, the one who has time to actually get totally hooked on Disclaimer, that's on Apple TV right now, and you might spend Monday morning watching TV instead of working. Who did that? That future version of you. She started building her list with ads, and she stayed consistent. Today could be the day you become her. Until next time, my friend, keep building your list, keep launching, and keep building your freedom empire. Bye. Today's episode is brought to you by Your First 10K Course Launch, the No Overwhelm Guide to Converting Your Expertise into Income. If you ever catch yourself thinking, I know I could help so many people if I could just figure out how to profitably launch my online course. You're not alone. Every day, brilliant creative entrepreneurs, coaches, and consultants keep their knowledge locked in a one-on-one service because turning it into a scalable course feels too overwhelming. Here's the good news. Creating your first 10K course doesn't require you to become a marketing genius. I've packed everything you need from packaging your expertise to launching with confidence into this no overwhelm step-by-step guide. Head over to thelaunchlounge.com/10K to download your copy today. Don't let another day go by with your expertise stuck in time for money services. Your future students are waiting.